Just when the world thought we'd heard the last of Ozzy Osbourne's voice forever, Rob Halford drops a bombshell that's about to make every metalhead lose their minds. A never-before-heard duet between two of metal's greatest legends is coming, and it's going to be epic. The metal community is still reeling from this earth-shattering revelation. During an exclusive appearance on Full Metal Jackie's radio show, Judas Priest frontman Rob Halford sent shockwaves through the rock world with news that will make Ozzy fans weep tears of joy and headbang simultaneously. The Prince of Darkness and the Metal God, two titans of heavy metal who have ruled the genre for over 5 decades, finally coming together for what may be the most important metal collaboration in history. And it almost never happened. But thanks to Sharon Osbourne's brilliant mind and her unwavering dedication to preserving Ozzy's legacy, we're about to witness something truly magical. The woman who spent 4 decades managing one of metal's most unpredictable stars had one more ace up her sleeve. Rob Halford revealed the incredible backstory behind this posthumous masterpiece, and his words will give you goosebumps. She approached me with this idea. She said, "I love your version of War Pigs. Is there a way we can get Ozzy?" I was like, "You're asking me? This is going to happen." So you get Ozzy singing a line, and then I'm singing a line, and Ozzy singing a line, and I'm singing a line. It's the first ever time in my entire life that I've been able to do a duet with Ozzy, and I'm so eternally grateful and blessed that I was able to do that. Can you imagine the emotion in Halford's voice as he recorded these vocals, knowing he was creating something historic with his departed friend? This isn't just any song they chose to collaborate on. War Pigs is more than a Black Sabbath classic. It's a metal anthem that defined a generation, a protest song wrapped in crushing riffs that helped birth an entire genre. When Ozzy first screamed those opening lines in 1970, he had no idea he was creating something that would still be shaking arenas 55 years later. Halford's description of the final product will send chills down your spine. It's just colossal. When you hear Priest's War Pigs with Ozzy singing on that track, it's just going to a really special place. Think about what this means. 2 different generations of metal royalty, 2 distinct vocal styles that helped define what heavy metal could be, coming together on the song that started it all. This isn't just a duet, it's a passing of the torch, a celebration of metal's past, present, and future, all rolled into one earth-shattering track. The timing of this collaboration is almost supernatural in its significance. Judas Priest released their original cover of War Pigs on July 2nd, 2025, just 3 weeks before Ozzy's passing on July 22nd. It was as if the universe was aligning the stars for one final metal miracle. At the time of the original release, Judas Priest made a statement that now reads like prophecy. "We are honored to show our love for Ozzy and Black Sabbath with our homage of War Pigs, a song we play at every show around the world that fans sing along to, reinforcing their love as well for the legendary Prince of Darkness." But here's where it gets emotional. Just 3 days after Judas Priest's cover dropped, Ozzy performed War Pigs for the final time at his Back to the Beginning farewell show with Black Sabbath. None of us knew we were witnessing the end of an era. None of us realized that those would be the last notes Ozzy would ever sing of the song that made him a legend. Speaking on the Talkin' Rock with Meltdown podcast after Ozzy's death, Halford's words revealed the depth of his grief and the magnitude of this collaboration. "It had been a while since we've been in touch. I just have the wonderful memories of the 2 opportunities I was able to sing for him with Sabbath, and then this recent opportunity to cover War Pigs, which we still play at the start of our show, which is one of the greatest metal songs ever written. So that connection, we will never be severed in that respect." You can hear the pain in his voice, but also the gratitude. These 2 metal gods didn't just share stages, they shared a brotherhood forged in the fires of heavy metal history. And now that brotherhood extends beyond death itself. Imagine being in the studio for this recording session. Picture Sharon Osbourne, the woman who built an empire around her husband's talent, sitting behind the glass as engineers carefully weave Ozzy's vocals with Rob's. Every note, every breath, every inflection becomes precious when you know these are among the last recordings of one of music's greatest voices. The technical achievement alone is staggering. Taking existing vocal tracks and crafting them into a seamless duet requires not just skill, but artistry. The producers had to match vocal tones recorded at different times, in different studios, possibly with different equipment, and make them sound like two friends jamming together in the same room. But this isn't just about technical wizardry, it's about emotion. Every time Rob sings a line, knowing Ozzy's voice will follow, it must feel like having a conversation with a ghost. Every time they trade vocals, it's like watching two masters paint on the same canvas. Decades of experience and passion flowing through every note. Let's talk about Sharon Osbourne's role in all this, because this woman continues to amaze even after losing the love of her life. While most widows would be paralyzed by grief, Sharon was thinking about legacy, about giving fans one more gift, about making sure Ozzy's voice would be heard alongside the artists who shared his passion for heavy metal. This wasn't just business. This was love in action. Sharon knew how much metal meant to Ozzy, knew how much he respected artists like Rob Halford, knew that this collaboration would mean everything to fans who were still mourning his loss. She saw an opportunity to give the metal community something they never thought they'd have. New Ozzy Osbourne music. Not a rehash, not a remaster, but something fresh, something collaborative, something that honors both the past and the present of heavy metal. When this duet drops, it's going to create a cultural earthquake. Think about it. We're talking about the final recorded performance of one of music's most iconic voices, paired with one of metal's most respected current artists, performing one of the genre's most important songs. Radio stations will play it non-stop. Streaming numbers will explode. Metal fans across the globe will experience collective goosebumps as they hear Ozzy's voice one more time, trading lines with Rob Halford like they're old friends having a conversation across dimensions. Concert footage will emerge of fans crying while singing along. Social media will explode with tributes, covers, and emotional reactions. This isn't just a song release, it's a global metal event that will remind everyone why heavy metal isn't just music, it's a way of life. Creating a posthumous duet isn't as simple as mixing two recordings together. Audio engineers have to work miracles to make voices recorded at different times sound like they're in conversation. They have to match acoustics, balance vocal levels, and create natural-sounding interactions between performances that were never meant to be heard together. Consider the complexity. Rob's vocals were recorded knowing Ozzy's parts would be added later, but Ozzy's original vocals were never intended for this collaboration. The producers had to find the perfect moments, the right inflections, the ideal emotional peaks that would complement Rob's performance. It's like audio archaeology meets artistic vision. Every edit decision, every crossfade, every moment where the voices blend becomes a creative choice that honors both artists while serving the song's emotional impact. The waiting game that's driving fans crazy. Halford mentioned that the release is pending legal clearances and that the green button's almost ready to go. For fans, this waiting period is torture. We know this incredible piece of music exists. We know it's going to be phenomenal, but we have to wait for lawyers and executives to dot their I's and cross their T's. But maybe that anticipation is part of the magic. In a world of instant gratification, having to wait for something this special makes it even more precious. When that duet finally drops, the build-up will have been worth it. The first listen will feel like Christmas morning, the 4th of July, and New Year's Eve all rolled into one earth-shattering moment. This collaboration represents something bigger than just two voices on one track. It's proof that metal's legacy is secure, that the bonds forged in the early days of heavy metal transcend individual careers and even death itself. It shows that the community Sharon and Ozzy helped build is strong enough to keep their memory alive through music. For younger metal fans, this duet will be an introduction to the deep connections between metal's founding fathers. For older fans, it will be a bittersweet reminder of everything we've lost and everything we still have. For everyone, it will be proof that great music is eternal. As we wait for this posthumous masterpiece, one thing is certain. When Ozzy's voice emerges from our speakers one more time, trading lines with Rob Halford on War Pigs, it's going to be one of the most emotional moments in metal history. This isn't just a duet. It's a final gift from the Prince of Darkness to the community that made him a legend. It's Sharon's love letter to metal fans. It's Rob Halford's tribute to a fallen friend. It's proof that some bonds are too strong for death to break. Get ready, metalheads. The Prince of Darkness has one more surprise for us, and it's going to be absolutely colossal.